Hi, Pookie. So, what I'm hearing is you have crossed a threshold and I'm seeing a bridge. So, you've crossed the bridge, right? And also, the way I'm seeing this is kind of like the life that you were living is all of everything was part of the same realm of consciousness. And so the way I'm seeing it is like this, say like this side. I'm seeing like this, imagine like this and then a line and then like this, okay? I'm going to try and explain this the best way I possibly can. But see, like on this side, it's almost like the unconscious way of living, the unconscious reactions, unconscious patterns, and unconscious relationships, right? Relationships that didn't treat you with respect, working on projects, working jobs that didn't nourish your soul or doesn't nourish your soul. I'm saying didn't and doesn't because I feel like some of you are still half in this, right? So I'm swallowing because my throat is getting better. The way I'm envisioning this and the way it's coming through is this old consciousness caused a lot of chaos in your energy field, right? It's the realm of the same lower vibrational consciousness is what I'm getting here. And it all feeds off of each other. So if you work a job you hate and then you have like an unconscious relationship, or you're in a relationship where they don't treat you with kindness and respect, right? It all feeds off of each other and it feeds off of your soul essence, right? So it's almost like one thing, I'm seeing like one thing feeding off another thing, feeding off another thing, feeding off another thing. And it's almost like that's how that realm of consciousness gets bigger and it becomes harder for you to break out of that, right? So what's happening is you are breaking out of that, right? And you've like crossed the line. There's like this old life here full of all of this realm of consciousness. And this will play out in every area of your life, even with like finances, right? Taking low paid jobs with clients or working a job with employees that don't support you, don't nourish your soul. They just take. This side is take from your soul, right? There's a middle point, right? And I feel like you've been in this middle point for quite a while now. And it's like you've been at that point where you've been working on all of this. Like you've been working on healing your trauma. You've been working on your confidence. You've been working on standing up for yourself, reclaiming your power. That's what happens in the middle here. When you're fully in this side, you don't have the level of awareness and consciousness to a point where you want to change it. You've passed that now, right? You're at the point where you're like here. And it's like you're completely aware of all of your unconscious behavior and all of the unconscious patterns, right? And see, this is the thing. With this last week or so, something has happened that's been really significant with you, right? And it's like you've crossed this threshold and you're stood right. See, my nose is like here. You're stood like right there. Like right there, like you just passed the threshold, right? And see, on this side is, I'm hearing like generating finances from your passion, from your gifts, 414 as I'm saying that. On this side is relationships that are nourishing, supportive, and feed your soul, right? I feel like there's emphasis on my words for some reason. So even that is like the way that you speak to yourself has now changed. Like maybe you were somebody who like, I just wanted to say, did yourself dirty with the way that you spoke to yourself. Like calling yourself names about your appearance, about the way you look, about your personality, not being good enough, all of that, right? You're moving into this period. You could be doing and listening to affirmations and subliminals right now, I'm hearing. And this could be helping you to make this shift in the way that you speak to yourself. But I'm also getting this sense of like, you're moving from like not speaking up for yourself at all, into speaking up for yourself. And I want to do this. I immediately want to do some aura sweeps, right? Because it's almost like this life, when you start to leave this life, it wants to latch onto you, right? Because that's just how low vibration works. The fear has nothing to feed on. Those lower vibrations have nothing to feed on if you don't give it, right? But because you're becoming so conscious of literally everything, that all those unconscious fear-based relationships, patterns, behaviors, everything is trying to like I don't want to say pull you back in, but yeah, kind of. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be really careful with my wording because I don't want to create any fear, because there's nothing to fear because you're so conscious, right? And you're becoming more and more and more and more conscious as the days, the weeks, the months, the years go on, right? To a point where that old life has no pull on you. It's like you can feel the pull on the old life, and then you do aura sweeps. It's like I'm literally just like, it's like I'm envisioning, I can see somebody like have an old energy come up, feel how they need to feel, and then sweep it out, sweep it off. Like literally, sweep it all out. Especially like, so say like if you can, ooh, do you know what I'm getting? Is this, I'm hearing rainbow, right? So what it is all the chakras. So whenever anything comes up from the past, right, you can identify, feel how you really feel about it, which I feel like I say all the time. And then what happens is with these aura sweeps, you can identify what chakra the attachments are and the cords are to, right? Because you have energetic cords to this old life that need to be cut, right? So it's almost like, well, and I'm hearing some of you are already doing this. You are already cutting the cords because you're already conscious of them, right? The cord cutting, yes, the cord cutting cannot be complete without being conscious that there are cords, right? And you are becoming aware and you're cutting those cords now. And you're able to identify which chakra the cords are tied to, right? Ooh, solar plexus could be significant for someone. Ooh, you could have had cords in your solar plexus out to these old things, right? And this is the thing, when you do the aura sweeps, you cut the cords, do the aura sweeps, this is clearing your energy field, right? And oh, okay, this makes so much sense. Okay, this is why you are in the middle. Like you passed the middle. You passed threshold, right? So it's almost like I feel like you have a vision for the life that you want to experience, right? And the life that you are supposed to experience in this specific lifetime that you are on Earth, right? So in this threshold you've crossed, right? And in this side, right? It's like what happens when you've crossed the threshold, and it's like before you cross the threshold and then after you cross the threshold. Those are the two most critical, crucial, and I'm hearing pivotal moments, because this is the moment, oh, I'm getting full body chills as I'm saying this, that you reclaimed your space, aura sweeps, you reclaim your power, cutting the cords, solar plexus, and you reclaim your voice. You learn, you teach your inner child that it's okay and safe now for you to be authentically you, okay? So then as you're moving towards further towards this life that you are creating and that you are envisioning, right? I'm hearing challenge. The challenge is no longer from survival. Challenge is challenge without survival. So in this new life that you are creating and will be experiencing, you are moving away from your challenges being so survival based, right? And your challenges are going to become pressure, but purpose based. It's almost like, okay, I'm trying to articulate what's coming through the best way that I can, but it's almost like you might be somebody who has experienced so many challenges, so much deep trauma. Like I'm hearing like addiction, abuse, like, you know, those realms of things, being treated with disrespect continuously, right? And this has affected your center, your self-confidence and self-esteem. And see, in that middle point, you reclaim your center, right? And this is why, like, this is like the most important part, because you can fall back into old unconscious patterns, right? Or you can choose to move forwards. It's like this point where you are before, in the middle, and just over are like the most important parts. Because yes, your choices are what matter in this part, right? Whew, sorry, I need to breathe. So this is what you're experiencing right now. And it's almost like getting the bigger picture is what's going to help you to navigate and also choose things in your day-to-day that support this new life, right? Because all of this realm of consciousness also feeds each other, right? It feeds each other and it gives to you. Whereas like the old takes from you, pulls you. It just, you might be, I'm getting this icky feeling. Like you might actually be feeling like icky now. And it's like moving towards that level of like self-acceptance and acceptance of the now. Because this part where you're in right now, I'm hearing like non-resistance. Practicing non-resistance for the part that you are in right now. Because you are, have developed your self-awareness enough to a point where you no longer will be pulled deeply back into that state, because you can't, you're conscious now, right? So you can bring your consciousness into the pull. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And it's like this part in the middle is like the unknown. It's like I'm hearing presence. The presence is key, the key to unlocking the cage that this life kept you in, a cage, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't move, feeling like, you know, those aura sweeps. When you don't do aura sweeps like this, you can feel like your energy is condensed and in on oneself. Like, yes, like it's pushing you down, making you smaller. But the aura sweeps and all of this work you're doing helps you to step out and to reclaim that space, reclaiming your space. Yes. Reclaiming your center. And the more grounded you become and centered you become, the less that old life has any grip on you at all. I'm seeing a hook. So it's almost like the cords from this old life unhooking from your center. So that you can move towards this life that you are creating, right? And obviously there's a time frame between all of this, is that there's a transition period between all of this. And this is the reason why I'm doing these videos, right? So, oh yes, because together, yes, that makes sense. Because together we create this new earth together by supporting each other, right? Through the shift is what I'm hearing. Supporting each other through the shift. Yes, grounding into the root chakra. So I want to say solidifying the root chakra, building a new foundation is what we are here to help, because the spaces and communities that are all doing this work together also feed that level of consciousness, right? I did not expect this message to come out like this. Thank you. I'm hearing expanding horizons. Okay, so now is not a time for you to think small. Now is not a time for you to feed limiting beliefs. Now is the time for you to hear limiting beliefs, to hear the I'm not good enough, to hear the I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can make this amount of money, specifically for someone. I don't think that I can do this, to hear those thoughts, but also to move into a space where you actively challenge those thoughts. So I can. What if I can? Yeah, finding the middle ground. So it's like if you're deep into still not believing, it's like, yeah, there's really a lot on rewiring the brain that's coming through here. So you could do hypnosis. This could help you a lot to rewire those unconscious beliefs. Because I feel like a lot of you are already aware of why you have them, but maybe some of you are needing to do some work on, like, yes, hypnosis and more work on rewiring the brain. And music. The music you listen to is really important, right? I feel like, this is my personal opinion, I feel like in the kind of spiritual community, there is obviously low vibrational music, right? But I feel like sometimes you can use lower vibrational music to release lower vibrational feelings and emotions. Like that you can use it consciously to assist with that release. And yes, to like feel how you feel, right? And then you can consciously choose to choose another type of music, another genre of music that will lift your vibration higher after the release, right? This is going to help you to transmute any of these feelings while you're in this part here, right? 1818, as I'm saying that. I'm hearing it's like not to avoid certain types of music, because the certain types of music may be helpful to you at certain points in time of your healing process. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, because I feel like they're pulling this through from my own memories. So for me, I always listen to like trap music, R&B music. I grew up on this genre of music, and then I kind of stopped listening to all that music because I felt like I had to. I felt like it was all lower vibrational. I couldn't listen to that music anymore because that's what I felt like I was being fed, right? And I, at one point, decided to start to listen to a type of R&B music that made me feel good, right? It's kind of like that soul-y R&B, like vibey, like that's kind of like my genre of music. And when I started listening to that music again, I felt so much more centered in my body, in my being, because it it almost rooted me in a way. It reminded me of my roots, right? So you might have a similar connection to whatever genre of music that you grew up on that could help you to feel more centered and rooted, right? But there's a point with specifically this music where like I personally, I can't listen to it all the time, right? Because I feel like it doesn't always lift me, right? There are certain types of genres that lift me, and certain types, if I listen for too long, do the opposite, right? And that's just for me personally. I'm not saying this is the case for all of like genres of music and that will have the same effect on everybody, but this is just part of the message that's coming through my own experience and my own opinion. And so, oh my god, I didn't get a throat chakra blocked then. Wow. Guys, we're really shifting here. So that's just my personal opinion. But let me come back to the channel. There was just a relaying of importance of how music plays a part in our everyday life and how we feel. Yes. Can you hear the sirens? I can hear the sirens coming. Yes, it's like it's giving this whole message, to be honest, like moving away from that chaos, sirens. I also wanted to say like siren energy as well, like, so that could be significant for somebody here, like tapping into that like siren energy to like transmute and move through this period that you're in right now. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, so okay, what was coming through is like, it's like listening to a genre of music to help you move emotion, right? And then you tap into that siren energy, that sensual energy, and this helps to bring flow into that more rigid emotion, right? And yes, like listening to that music is going to help you to flow and move that. Yes, start to like move the vibration up. You know what I mean? Like that's how you like move it up through the sacral chakra. Oh, that makes so much sense. That makes total sense. But now is not a time for you to be thinking small. I feel like I'm being brought back round to, I'm seeing a card in one of my decks and it's expand your horizons. And so it's like, now is not a time for you to be thinking small and feeding those, oh, that makes sense. Now I'm being brought back around, feeding those limiting beliefs. Now is a time for you to challenge those beliefs and be like, no, actually, I came here to experience this life. I didn't come here for this life. You might have spent however many years in that life. That's okay. But like, I came here to experience this life. This is why I came to Earth. I did not come to Earth to suffer, to be in survival. I want to say, you crazy? No. No, I came to Earth. Yes, we came to Earth to experience this abundance. And this is how we move through it. Now is not a time to think small. Now is a time to think outside of the box, is what I'm hearing. Think, push the lid off the top of the box. And imagine, allow yourself to visualize and imagine what you can create, what you are truly here to create. And that doesn't mean that you're never going to be challenged once you have moved more into this life. It just means 24/24 as I'm saying this. It just means that your challenges will no longer be based on survival. It will not pull you back into that like complete lower survival base. because all of the work of regulating your nervous system and everything that you're doing right now in the middle is leading you to this, where challenges are, there's more ease and more flow and more calm. Yeah. I want to say where you no longer absorb other people's emotions, absorb this negative energy, right? Because you built your center enough. It's almost like your solar plexus. I'm just seeing like, am I spitting? Your solar plexus, I'm seeing like, it's almost like the 8 of Wands card in tarot. It's like coming towards your solar plexus, and your solar plexus is literally just bouncing. It's just like anything's just bouncing off of your center, right? Off of your center, off of your center, off of your center. And every time you reclaim your power from this life, you reclaim your center gets stronger, so that when that comes up, when you are over here, it just flicks back over there. Flicks. Is there anything else that wants to come through right now? I think that's it. I'm just hearing take care. Take care. Like take care of yourself right now. Okay. Oh, my hoodie. It says shift of energy. I thought it was appropriate to wear for this message. Do you know what I want to say? I want to say, like, it's almost like your guides, your team are like, they're like looking at each other and like smiling at each other, and then like it's almost like I'm seeing them like looking down at you. Yeah, they're looking down at you and smiling like they're ready. It's this kind of like I'm feeling this, it's like heartwarming feeling that your guides are feeling as they're looking at each other, and they're looking at everything that you've ever been through and all of the work that you have done. It's just like heartwarming feeling, like they're ready. They're ready to hold this. This is preparing you to hold this, right? It's letting go of this, preparing you to hold this. Life. Wow, I feel like that was a bit longer than usual. So I would love to know if this message resonated with you. And yeah, I'm going to give you a crochet update. I crocheted my first top, and I did do it. I think it's down here. But I got the measurements all wrong. But that's okay. It's okay, because I now know what to do moving forwards. So I kind of took this as my first draft, and I'm going to order some like better quality yarn, and I'm going to give it another go. Yeah, it helps me to feel present. But yeah, okay. Let me know if this message resonated with you. I love you. Bye.